So you see the latest news on Macy's? Started selling these dishes as a set. And dishes come with three circles on them. And the smallest circle is called skinny jeans. The middle circle is called favorite jeans. And the largest circle, and these circles are on the same plate, is called mom jeans. So apparently this offended tons of people. So they say, tons of people. And one person tweeted, "How can I get these plates banned in all 50 states?" Of course, tweet went viral. Everybody was up in arms. I say everybody, people on social media. And Macy's did what most corporations do, right? Came out, apologized, did the politically correct thing, said we're moving the product from all stores, said we missed a mark on this product. This comes on the heels of what we saw at Nike when they pulled all of its sneakers that had the Betsy Ross flag on it, right? So they put 4th of July, Independence Day. They were beautiful sneakers, the Betsy Ross flag on the back of it. And we had one person, happens to be the biggest attention seeker since Kim Kardashian. He said the flag's design, which was created back in the 1770s to represent the original 13 colonies, that flag is associated with white supremacy and slavery. So even though 99.9% of the population does not see the Betsy Ross flag as racial or as a symbol of slavery, and that includes pretty close to 100% of the stories, including the Anti-Defamation League, who keeps a database of more than 150 hate symbols, and Betsy Ross flag was not on it, of course, so it didn't even surprise them. But what happened? Nike came out and said, "Hey, sorry, we got this wrong. We apologize." And they pulled those sneakers from the market immediately. Last month, St. Louis Park, small little city in Minnesota, said that in order to create a more welcoming environment to a diverse community, we're going to forego saying the Pledge of Allegiance before every meeting. So they came up with a vote and they decided to ban the Pledge of Allegiance because it's not welcoming to our diverse community. And they had, 5 people who were voting on it, 5 whoever people that they chose. And of course, every single one of them supported the ban. A lot of social media got involved. People came out and said, "Okay, this is BS. What are you doing?" Whatever. And they quickly changed their mind and said, "Well, we had to because we're getting threats and people are, we're scared for our lives," or whatever. But this is just 3 of hundreds of events we've seen over the past couple of years. That's pretty crazy, right? When you sit back and think about it. And as a country, I'm being serious here. I mean, we really need to get our shit together. We need to grow some balls. And if we're going to let less than 1%, much, much less than 1% of the population, who are miserable, I won't curse, they hate life, hate themselves, wake up angry every day, complain about every little thing. I mean, that's what social media is right now, right? If you look at the angry posts on there, I'd say 70% are probably angry. If you look at Trump, who has the most followers, I believe, one of the most followers, I would say about 80% of them are negative, or people just bashing him. But it's all, anger, people pissed off. We're going to let these people dictate the direction of this country. I tell you, we're in a lot of trouble. And the apologies from Nike, from Macy's, who did nothing wrong. It's ridiculous. And wouldn't it be nice to see a CEO come out and tell it like it is? Don't be politically correct. Man, I would love Nike to come out and say, "Hey, Colin Kaepernick, this is more about you than about our country. The flag does not offend 99.999% of people buying our products, so F off. And if you don't like it, then you know what? We'll end your contract. We'll fire you and stop paying you." But I look at this. I mean, Nike is paying Kaepernick. The NFL was paying Kaepernick. They have the right to rein this guy in. He's on their platforms. And it's freedom of speech, but if someone says that they hope that Hillary Clinton dies, You could say that. It's freedom of speech. But if someone works for me and says that, I'm going to fire them immediately because they're not saying that on my platform. They're not saying it at my company. So when you're working for these companies, you don't have freedom of speech to say whatever the hell you want. You do that on social media. But the fact that they give in all the time to these people is sickening. Let me tell you something, because of Macy's, Nike, if they both said, look, we're not removing our products. If you don't like it, then don't buy it. You know what? They'll probably see a shitstorm of negative press because people love talking negative. They may lose a little bit of business, some business. But you know what? Saying something like that creates loyalty. It'll create loyalty to your brand, which is much more powerful than having customers who barely shop at your stores dictate what you should sell because they're offended. Such a big word these days. We're offended. I mean, I make fun of Peter Schiff a lot because I don't think someone who's been dead wrong for 10 years and lost tons of money for its customers should be criticizing anything. But he is a gold bug, and he has a massive cult-like following. He doesn't care about guys like me who, I've called out on Twitter many times. He won't apologize for anything. He doesn't care. And that's why he has such a loyal following. Doesn't matter. They just believe in him. That's fine. That's cool. I can't believe I'm kind of talking positive about Schiff here, but you get my point. He doesn't backtrack and says, oh, I'm sorry, Bitcoin, you guys are doing okay. I didn't mean that Bitcoin's going to zero. No, he doubles down. This is what he says, but that's how he feels. And I give him credit for that. There's so many people that back up, that always apologize for things that they shouldn't really apologize. Is it offensive? No. The Macy plates, come on, guys. Give me a break. You have to stick up for yourself. I mean, Nike should tell Kaepernick to go F himself. If he has a problem with that, again, just fire him. That's what builds loyalty. People love that stuff. Not apologizing for everything. Like the Macy's coming out and saying, sorry, we offended you with a dinner plate that says mom jeans. I mean, what's next? Are you going to ban all manufacturers of novelty tees? And do you ban the Pledge of Allegiance at all schools? You're going to ban everyone from drinking Coca-Cola or McDonald's because it's bad for you, even though it tastes great? It's not like the person who's eating these things that you so-called try to help because you're offended or whatever. It's not like they're not going to go to Taco Bell or Pizza Hut instead. Not McDonald's full and Coca-Cola. They just make something that everybody loves. Is it good for you? No. But people love and they keep buying it. Look, Coca-Cola's earnings, all-time high. Look at McDonald's, close to an all-time high. People love this stuff. But yet, it offends a few people. And with social media, you get things to go viral, and everyone's out there backtracking and apologizing. And it's terrible. I mean, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. FrankKerseyResearch.com. Me, I'm sick of it. I hate it. I hate seeing stuff like this. Just speak your mind. If you're an ass, you're an ass. Be an ass. That's you. But don't create something like Nike, which was a beautiful sneaker for Independence Day, celebrating our country, because one idiot's like, oh, well, back in the 70s, that. I mean, come on. Give me a break. You're going to change? You're going to remove your sneaker? Do all of that? I mean, what kind of loyalty does that build? Because I can tell you there's a lot of people that are not buying Nike products because of that. But your most loyal followers, they love that. They want you to stick. They want to believe in your brand. But when stuff like that happens, when most people disagree with it, man, it's frustrating as hell. And it keeps happening, and it's getting worse. When people get the word offended, people are offended by everything these days. With the feelings. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Big deal. Come on, give me a break. It's insane. Anyway, you say something, own it. The apologies and all this craziness and backtracking and stuff, it's just, for me, it looks terrible. Makes me not want to support your brands. Not support those people who are doing it. But we really need to grow a pair of balls. And I hate to put it that way, but we do. And what's going on with this country? Even my kids, when I go to school and, we make sure everybody gets a trophy. Like she was in a baking contest. And before they came out, and it was like 6 groups, which, by the way, I loved it because it was two boys, actually. look, it's a camp and I'm a parent, so I get it, right? You want some time. It's a summertime. You have your kids all day. So, the mother's like, I don't care. And two of the mothers put their boys in cookie camp who were like 12 years old. And, my daughter was in it too. And they're a team. And they came wearing basketball shorts, basketball shirt, and it's above the rim and stuff like that. And they made a cupcake. The boys made a cupcake that had lifesavers in it, Pop Rocks, and M&Ms. I loved it. That's exactly what I would have did. But that's what you get from boys. Anyway, before they came out, there was 4 judges who were young. They're like, okay, please don't try to offend them. But it was so worried about hurting people's feelings or offending them. But me growing up, that's what motivated me. When people said, hey, you're too fat to play basketball, you can't do this, you can't do that, there's no way. I love that word can't, because every time someone told me I couldn't do it, it made me want to do it. But today, you don't say that to people. You have to be nice. You don't want to offend them. And we all know that's not the real world. It's not. You're going to get eaten up like crazy when you get out there. It'd be terrible. I see that firsthand living in Florida. It's nuts. There's no accountability. Kids don't show up to do a job. They show up 3-4 days later. I mean, it's insane. The work ethic here is insane in this state. It is terrible. It's horrible. I thought I'd get used to it. I've been here for 10 years. I can't get used to it. People hate to work here. They hate it. It's not, they're on island time or it's relaxed. No, they hate to work. They don't want to work. They'll do everything they can not to work. I've never seen anything like it. Growing up in New York, we got to fight for your jobs. But anyway, this word offended and worried about what people think all the time. Guys, come on. Give me a break. Nobody's perfect. We're going to make mistakes. You got to, you're just going out there, removing product lines, and because it offends a few people and something goes a little viral on social media. Come on. A lot of that's trolls. A lot of that's garbage. Guys, got to grow a pair of balls because, man, this country, to me, it's not going in the right direction. I may be all alone on this. You may think I'm crazy. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me know, frankherzeresearch.com. Sorry, I just had a rant about that. I just think it's funny. Macy's removing plates for a few people that are offended, and we've seen this happen with Nike. We're probably going to see it happen with more companies going forward, how just a very, very tiny portion of the population controls and dictates what so many of these countries do, what our politicians do. And you know what? It's pretty insane right now.